KWTN 100.9 FM, Allen, Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
Good evening, everybody. You're listening to 100.9 FM. This is KWTN, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska. This is the Big Voice Radio. And tonight, once again, you're listening to the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I am your host, Coach Q, and finally back from all these vacations, man, is my co-host here, my big bro, B-Love, is in the house.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? Sorry about the absence there.
Hey, so B-Love, before we even get into talk about sports, man, let's hear about your month off.
Month off from the show. Well, you guys all know a couple weeks ago we didn't do the show. I think the radio station had a game or had something else going on, or we might have had something going on in the community, so we didn't do the show. The week before that, I was actually out on training. Got to run out to Phoenix, Arizona for a few days and go get this training, a recertification on something that we do at work. And then last week it was my grandson's birthday, so he comes first before anything. So you know I am with my grandkids. I always give them props and shout outs on the show all the time. Yep.
So his birthday was pretty awesome.
It was good. He had a good time. Big six.
I saw the pictures, man. He's getting to be a big kid, man. Yeah. Can't wait till they get old enough to be playing up at the arena. Let's go.
Well, man. He's up there on Sundays.
On Sundays?
Yeah.
Oh, the Pee Wee? Oh, let's go.
So he's going. His mom got him in every sport, you know. So I mean, it's just like whatever one he takes to him, we'll support him no matter what, and he does. And you know, it's gonna take a little bit. He got hit in the face with the basketball a few times when he's grown up, so it looks to me like he's scared of that ball. So I have to get after him a little bit. So he's only 6, so I mean,
rough him up anyway, man.
Yeah. You know how I do it.
Well, it's good to have you back. It's good to have you back, man. You know, I know that we had a couple episodes, man, and so you did miss out on a couple shows, but I know that you've been, you know, following up with some of the sports that have been going around here in Winnebago. I see you at some of the games and stuff like that too. So So welcome back, man.
Thank you.
We are on episode 50, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna keep it going today. Episode 50, we're gonna talk a little bit about Allen-I Wrestling. Allen-I Wrestling. We had a couple of our student athletes from Winnebago go up and shine. Well, they all shined, but a couple got to stand on that first place podium, get that medal, and be the, you know, winning something at Allen-I. That means you're the baddest native in the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? The baddest native in the Midwest. And if you get a championship on a sport like wrestling, that singles you out as the baddest native.
I just hope the athletes that won them gold medals up there get an invite back. You know how they did our basketball team 8 years ago.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next year, our 2 champions that we got this year can go and repeat next year too. Hopefully.
Are they both underclassmen?
Yes, sir. Right. Okay, so we're gonna
that's why I didn't want to say that.
Oh, so we're actually gonna get into our very first part of the show that we always do with the early shout outs. Okay, and I put early shout outs up here. These are just the ones that I think about, you know, in the upcoming weeks and stuff like that, so you can kind of add your own, and if you want to, be love. But I have early shout outs to the students. So it's Christmas time. The schools all got out yesterday, so everybody started their vacation today. And I know that the students have been putting in a lot of work, especially the ones that are out for sports. They have to stay eligible, so they got to get their work done. So it's, you know, most students just get their work done anyway. They ain't got to worry about that, you know. So I want to give a shout out to all the students for doing all the hard work. They just got done with finals week, and I believe this past few days were just kind of like fun days, you know, going up right before the holidays, and you know, let them have some fun and stuff like that, give them a rest. But I know that I think they wrestled last night, correct? They wrestled last night? Monday night. Okay, and there's some results about that. The wrestling meet on Monday night too. So
okay, cool.
You know, so anyway, but we're gonna. I want to say shout out to the students, and then also shout out to all the athletes out there, high school and college. Everybody's on their breaks or getting ready to get on their breaks, and so not only were you guys putting in the work in the classroom, but you're also putting the work on the course, on the field, on the basketball court, and volleyball court. You know, you guys did all that stuff along with keeping your grades up. So shout out to you students and athletes.
Nice.
And my next shout out is to all you parents out there, the ones getting your kids up early to go to 6 o'clock shoot around. Make sure they get your kids to school on time, or make sure they catch the bus. Make sure that they have time to do your homework. Get them fed at night. Get them to sleep early so they can start the routine back again. And say shout out to all the parents for doing that.
Yep.
For these students and these athletes, because we need you guys. They need you guys. And so my next shout out to the people that work up at the school, the teachers. They're putting in work. I mean, the kids are doing all the work, but the teachers are setting them up, and they're the ones, grading their papers and, trying to keep these kids eligible. And a lot of teachers, they take the money out of their own pocket just so the kids can have, some fun and supplies in their classroom and stuff like that. So those things go unsaid a lot. So shout out to you teachers and all the things that you do.
Good one.
Okay. Shout out to all the coaches out there. You guys also have our kids, 2, 3, 4 hours out of a day. Say shout out to you guys, because you guys are the ones that are helping us out with discipline and teaching our kids about hard work and dedication and stuff like that. So shout out to you coaches for all your hours you're putting in with our kids.
Yeah.
And then last but not least on my list is a shout out to the rest of the faculty, all the admin at the schools, all the work they do behind the scenes, trying to keep our kids safe and productive too. So that's what I want to say is a shout out to those guys, bro.
I can't even follow that up because you covered pretty much everything. So good job.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, right now that's the shout outs, because Christmas time, it's kind of a break time, man. Everybody could chill now for a couple of weeks, and the kids, can.
I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about some of us guys that got to work all the time.
Oh no! I'm talking about the kids and the teachers too. And the kids and the teachers, they get to chill for a while.
There we go.
And we get to chill for a little while, and then it'll come up to one of our topics coming up. We're going to talk about that holiday tournament a little bit. So
cool.
All right, so we're moving on. So our special guest today. They'll be stepping to the mic here shortly after we get done talking about hoops. But Miss Precious Decora, she won first place at L&I up there in the heavyweight division.
Precious.
And then Kelsey Decora just finished off her second full season of women's golf at Peru State. And I think that is kind of speaks for itself. That's the first time that we had anybody from Winnebago, especially a female, go out there and play the sport that they love for a different school, and doing it to help pay for education, man. That's awesome.
Nice.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. We have a number of topics today, and I have on my very first introduction random topic, and I marked it says "Be Loved," taking on random topics. So I picked a couple random topics, and I want to hear your take on them. And hey, you know what? Take as much time as you want.
Okay.
All right. So my first topic is in the NBA. Just recently, Golden State Warriors power forward Draymond Green was suspended indefinitely for, I think it was a punch, but he missed him with his fist and got him with the forearm, but striking Yusuf Nurkic. So I'm sure you saw the highlights, and I'm sure you heard some of the sportscasters and the sports experts talk about it. But I want to know your take on the whole thing.
Okay. Well, back in the day when I played, I was like an old enforcer, and I used to do that kind of stuff too, but nothing to excess like that. I'm glad they finally did some disciplinary action with him, because he's a fool. I mean, he's doing that all the time, and he just finally, NBA's done with it. They're done with him. I mean, I don't condone that kind of. I mean, like I said, I used to play like certain things like that, but I don't like that. I like a Dennis Rodman style, and he's the next closest to that. But come on, it's got to be within reason. You can't be doing all that stuff. If you can do that stuff, do it sneaky. Try to do it sneaky. I know with today's day and age, there's cameras everywhere, phones, and then all the professional cameras that are doing the game, especially from a team like Golden State with Steph Curry, best shooter the league's ever seen. And then so there's people going to tune in for it. And then to see Draymond doing that, that's dumb. Finally, they got, finally get him out of there.
All right. Well, hey, I like the feedback. I like the feedback. I must have listened to almost every sportscaster talk about it, and I wanted to see what their thoughts on it was, and everybody said about the same thing. And I think that the NBA, I think there's too many youngsters that watch the NBA.
Yep.
So they start mimicking these heroes that they see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see a grown man act like a child, I think that the children themselves think that it's okay, because I've actually I saw some kids act like this. Not the fighting and stuff like that, but the acting out, you know, the pouting and all that kind of stuff like that, and you know, talking to the refs a certain way and or whatever. I've seen it with my own eyes,
and the flopping,
and I have to say something, you know. I have to say something, but anyway, but I like your take on it. I like your take on it.
Like I said, you know, I don't you know, I'm not nothing against hard nosed kind of ball playing like how he does, but keep it in reason, man. Come on.
You know, one last thing I'm gonna say about it, then we're gonna move on to the next one. Is, you know, sometimes when athletes get older, you kind of got to resort to playing a little bit dirty
to get that advantage.
To get the advantage back of your speed or your strength and stuff like that. I remember some players back in the day used to do that too.
Agreed.
Yeah, around here, and so I can understand why, but like you said, in reason.
Yeah, in reason. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to this next random topic. The next random topic is something that I probably know that you really want to talk about anyway. Mr. How do you say his name? Dylan Raiola. He changed his mind. Instead of going to Georgia, he chose to go to Nebraska, and he's the number 8 recruit.
Number what recruit?
It says right there, number 8 recruit, 2024. But I believe he's the number 1 quarterback.
Number 1 quarterback, but that changed too, because he was the number 2, the overall football player that's supposed to be the recruit coming in 24. It was number 2. This says number 8, so I mean everybody's, you know,
yeah.
We don't know what sports show that is. They're doing the rankings and stuff like that.
Yeah. So finding out this a couple of days ago, I know that the internet kind of blew up a little bit, especially here in Nebraska. So what's your thought on getting this guy?
Finally, I mean, good. I mean, it goes back to our last 5-star athlete we had was that tailback we used to have named Marlon Lucky. And that name probably ring a bell. Yep. So this kid here has been having so much attention coming in since he was freshman in high school, from what I believe. Yeah. But I'm glad that he flipped. I mean, that, what's it called, the NIL money that they got. You know, I don't know how any of that works. But finally, Nebraska opened the pocketbook up to get some players in there instead of paying all these coaches that are still on, you know, got 3-4 head coaches that they're probably still paying on. So at least now they can, you know, open up the pocketbook, let's get these players in so you can get back to relevance, you know.
Yeah, exactly, man.
This kid is supposed to plays like Mahomes from the Chiefs, from what I heard. You know, I just see highlights just like everybody else, you know, so I don't never even know the kid. But like they all says, his dad was a award winner as a center for the Huskers back in, when was it?
Oh man,
20s or 2000s? I mean, something back in there, maybe in the 90s. I can't remember. And then his uncle is our offensive line coach, and he just got
he got ties.
Yeah. So he's got ties for here. Yeah. So his uncles are, and then he just signed did a contract, and they're paying him a little more to stick around again. So we'll see. And then he's not the only big recruit that we got coming in. I mean, they've been hitting that portal hard, and they've been getting, you know, that they had that quarterback from Ohio State that was supposed to come in, but since he's seen what's his name flipped, and he had to go somewhere else. But they had a wide receiver that was really good. That's supposed to become their top wide receiver was coming. So I think they still got him in the works. They got like a defensive end pass rusher from Florida coming in, and someone else from Florida State and Miami. I mean, they're all over, bro. Huskers might actually win 6 games next year.
Well, you know what, man? Well, I'm excited because I mean I see Nebraska fans get excited every year, but when you hear somebody's gonna come in that's a 5-star athlete and they're gonna be running the show, bro, you can't help but get excited about it. So I'm excited too.
Yep, I'm
excited too. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. All right, so we just got done talking about that one. Another one was about the baseball.
Oh,
the baseball contract. I'm trying to catch his name here. Oh,
is that him? Yep,
yeah,
that's him.
I'll try it. Okay.
Good luck sounding that out.
I'll say Shohei Ohtani contract breakdown.
Someone reach out and see if that's the right pronunciation.
It is.
Oh, okay.
I speak
fluent.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
And so his contract, he just got signed with the Dodgers. Now check this out. 10 years, $700 million. $700 million.
That's unheard of.
They had a breakdown of it, and I think my boy said that that he's gonna get paid like $1,000 every 2 minutes or something like that in his contract or something.
Crazy.
It was something really crazy, but
That's
but
nuts.
700 million. Okay, do you remember back in the day when Jordan came back after he retired the first time?
Yeah.
Remember he came in. He said, "All right, I'm going to do a 1 year
1 year.
contract for 30
million. Yep.
And then they won the championship. I'm going to do another 1 year contract, but 30% more from what I had last year. Year after that, 30% more.
Yeah.
So that was huge, you know.
Yep.
So, but then that's 30 million. 30, I think it was 32.5 million,
Somewhere around
and then
there.
like 35 or 38 million the next time.
Yeah.
70 million a year. This guy.
In 3 years. That was back in the 90s, though. That's when money was, it was bigger.
Yeah. So I'm saying that this guy here
I mean, not
gets
as big.
70 million a year is what he's gonna get for 10 years.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Then the biggest one before that was A-Rod back in the mid 90s when he transferred from Mariners to Texans or Texas or something like that, and he made like 210 years, 210 million, yeah, like that, and everybody thought that was big.
That was huge too back
Yeah.
then, man. But that's a lot of money. Anyway, I don't even know what I'd do with that money, but
This kid, I seen highlights too. He pitches, and then he even comes off and he hits dingers
yeah,
too.
he
you know?
hits a man.
Yeah, so
Two-way player all the way. Anyway, that is a crazy deal. But
nuts.
all right, so the last one we're gonna talk about is the one that I know you want to talk about. The Los Angeles Lakers.
I seen Hidden Valley Ranch right there. What the heck?
The Los Angeles Lakers win the in-season tournament.
Manny Menez.
What do you really think about the in-season tournament?
I think it was the dumbest thing ever. I didn't even know it was going on until I seen everybody was playing on colored courts.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what's going on with this? It looked like some soccer stuff or something. It was dumb. Dumbest thing.
I try to watch games during the tournament, like at the beginning. I didn't really know how they were doing it because it just seemed like there were games on at night and such and such played such and such, and it was just like, okay. And then like 4 weeks later, then there's all of a sudden there's a bracket. So I was like,
see,
okay.
I mean, like I didn't even know what how long was the tournament. I didn't even.
I think it ended up being only about a week, but they had to play some games.
You know what was crazy? The championship game in the semifinals or whatever was out in Vegas while I was out there.
Yeah,
Didn't even know it until we were getting ready to leave. I said, "What?"
for real.
Yeah, I was like, "You mean Le Clown was out here?" And I
When
could
that,
have come and laughed at him.
when that championship game was on, I was telling my boys because we was watching the game at the house. I said, "Well, Daga Buff's out there, but I don't think he's gonna go watch LeBron though.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know he was
Unless
out
he got
there.
a free ticket, maybe."
And I might even threw that away, give it to him. I'll be standing on the side next to those Spanish guys slapping him. Oh, you don't know nothing about that. Never mind.
I don't do that.
I'll get you
I don't
later.
go to Vegas. All right, so anyway, man, I feel the same way, and they raised the banner right
Yeah.
next to all the other championship banners. Anyway, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, dumb.
All right.
Look
Well,
how, if you guys are online, look how dumb that looks.
Well, let's get into the next topic so we can get these ladies up here.
Okay, let's get it.
But we're real fast, like Kelsey, gonna hop up here with us. All right, so I'm gonna bring Kelsey Decor on here. We're gonna talk Bago hoops. Kelsey's a past Winnebago Lady Indians
That was a while ago.
star. That was a while ago. no, Buff was a Winnebago Indians a while ago.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, we're gonna talk. We'll talk boys first, okay? Then we'll get into the girls, so then Kelsey can get into the talk with us. But Winnebago boys basketball, just real fast, an update on them. I believe they're like 3-3 going into the holiday break. The 3 games they won, they were really good games. They were close. And the 3 games that they lost, besides the one last night, they were close games. Winnable games.
Mm-hmm.
Winnable games. I think they're 3-4. And but last night that they played Norfolk Catholic and they just couldn't hit nothing. Mm-hmm. I believe that the teams that they played are all beatable.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that the Winnebago boys basketball team just has to take a little bit of time to kind of watch film and try to come up with a different game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a different game plan, but to do the game plan in a different way.
Yeah.
You have to get rid of those turnovers.
Those the games that I watched, I only watched 3 of them of the 7, and 2 of them I was impressed. Last night I wanted to leave right when I got there because it was like I told you off air on my thoughts of the game last night. Everybody looked scared, like they didn't want to play.
I think it was the size that got them.
Yeah.
Then as the game started, and we talked about this too, that Norfolk Catholic is a football school.
Yeah.
And you noticed last night that they were football players out there. There was no basketball players out there.
Yeah.
They looked like athletes, but they were football players trying to play basketball.
Yeah.
And you could tell.
Yeah, because a lot of them were kind of uncoordinated but
the size, and the physique, kind of it's intimidating when you see size like that. But none of them can shoot.
Yeah.
I think they made 2 3-pointers and everything else was layups.
Yeah.
No mid-range, nothing.
And if any listeners know we were talking about Norfolk Catholic, and we just got to talking about the Huskers. About 5 years ago, I think Dryce was in high school playing. They had that big kid. His name was Ethan Piper. He played, and then he had a big kid that was playing basketball there, and then just roughing everybody up. He was actually a starter for the offensive line for the Huskers for the last 4 years.
Really?
Yeah, and he just got hurt this year. I think it was his 5th year. He was like a 5th-year senior, and he got hurt midway through the season, so he didn't play. But yeah, just talking about Norfolk Catholic and the Huskers, and just coincidentally that name came up.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice history. Good to know that. Good to know that. So anyway, but the boys just gotta calm down a little bit. You know, try to at least cut those turnovers in half, and maybe make half of their free throws. Those other games that we lost, we should have won those games if we did that.
Boys are fast. Like always, they're fast. Sometimes they get a little too fast for themselves.
Well, I've been saying the last few weeks that we can eliminate 75-80% of those turnovers by just utilizing the jump stop correctly.
Yeah.
And the pass fake and stuff like that. You know.
Yep.
So anyway,
okay,
we'll go ahead and move on to the girls. All right. Since we have Kelsey, we're going to talk about the girls' basketball here. Have you caught any games, Kelsey?
Not really. My sister just mainly plays on JV, so I try and make it to those games. But
those games?
I haven't really caught a varsity game this year yet.
So the only thing I got to say about the girls' basketball team, I got a couple things to say. First and foremost, that they're young and they're talented. They're good. Mm-hmm. You have good shooters. You have good passers. You have good ball handlers. You have a lot of girls on that team that can play D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but another thing I gotta say is that Winnebago's girls' schedule. Look at that schedule right there. They play Homer, which is one of the recent past recent state champions. Coach Merlin Tremaine up there does an awesome job with those girls. They run a quick-paced game like Winnebago does. Then we play Wall Hill, and we won pretty big down there. We played Pender, and Pender is the defending state champs.
Mm-hmm.
And they played like it. And Winnebago had to play against them, And then Omaha Nation, their next game, they got a couple quick guards that can shoot, and then they got the tall Walker sisters.
Yep.
And they played really good during that game. But Winnebago toughened up, and they sucked it up and took the lead at the end and held out the lead. So that was good for Winnebago to get that win. Then they go to Oakland Craig, and Oakland Craig is so scrappy.
They're solid too.
Yeah, and they're quick, and then they even look better than the Homer or the Pender team.
Yeah. I walked into that game, bro.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't know what I was looking at. They're already down 30, and it was only in the first quarter or second quarter, and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, and then after that, you're still trying to recover from that, and then you gotta host the South Sioux City Lady Cardinals. Those guys are just known to play ball. They got numerous state championships up there. So, that's a tough schedule to have. And then you gotta close out your first half of your regular season against Norfolk Catholic team, which was pretty tough too. And they handled them. The girls did pretty good last night against Norfolk Catholic
up until like the last quarter.
Yeah, and they kind of died out. And I think I saw a couple of Winnebago girls got hurt.
Yeah.
But they fought through, and I didn't see any of the girls quit. Guys, I saw Coach Harlan. She made the girls press until the very last second.
Mm-hmm.
So good job, you girls.
Yeah, way to hang in there.
I'd say don't hang your heads at all this season. I think you got the toughest schedule right now that I've seen for the early part of the year, and you ain't gonna have those kind of teams to play in the second half. So use all that experience that you learned, that you got, and go and go and start, getting locked in for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Because we got another month and a half to go before sub-district time. So let's go. Let's get it, guys.
Ladies. Dig your heels in. Let's go.
All right. So let's get into it. We are here with Peru State golf sensation,
There you go.
Kelsey Decora. Kelsey, we talked about you and the other Peru State athletes a number of times in the fall. We had a number of episodes where we brought up golf. There were different things talking about golf. It was the Winnebago's golf season, the girls' season in the fall time, and also your brothers and other relatives, your other bros. We all went up to Rapid City to L&I. So we talked about them. We talked about their finish up there. They got second place, and we even had a gentleman come down from UNL. He's a major in broadcasting, and he wanted to come and do a story on the Winnebago Golf Association with you guys, Choka Anthony, and then with Aaron LaPointe. And it was a good interview, and I believe that they're going to try to help us find funds to build a golf course here in Winnebago. And I know that
Nice.
now that project is on the table now. Okay, so we did talk a lot about golf, and myself and B Love, we try to hit the golf course as much as we can during the summertime, so it is a growing sport here.
Yeah.
But now we got some of our own tribal members out there going to school and golfing, and I know both myself and Buff and even your pops, when he's on here, always real proud of you, talks about you all the time, and so we're gonna give you a chance to talk about yourself. But anyway, I have a couple things on here that I wanted you to kind of tell me and Buff about. Okay,
All right.
so you played for 2 seasons now, and I think this question came up in the summertime, but I have the first question is Kelsey's top 3 courses. So this is your sophomore season, right?
Yep.
So up until this point, what are your top 3 courses?
Not just at the college. Just
anywhere.
Anywhere.
Wherever you played, yeah.
Yeah, wherever you played.
Okay.
And they don't have to be in order. You don't have to put them in order, just the top 3.
Well, one of my favorites is always the Santa Ana Golf Course in New Mexico. We go there. We've been going there like the past 3 summers now, so that one's...
Is that for the Nota Brigade?
Yep, the Nota Brigade tournament.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right.
Me and my brothers actually made a YouTube video, so I edited it the other day.
Oh, did you?
I just now did, from the summertime.
Well, you need to
So look out for that.
look out for that and try to share it on the Winnebago Big Voice.
Kelsey Clips.
Kelsey Clips. There you go. All right, so Santa Ana.
Old Dane, of course, is one of my favorites. I learned how to golf there
Okay.
and everything. It's easy course, flat, and all that, compared to the courses I play in college.
Yeah.
And then I'd say our conference course, it's called the Preserve of Rathburn Lake or something like that in Moravia, Iowa. We play there. I've been playing there the past 3 seasons
Really.
for our conference. So yeah,
Okay.
it's really pretty. It's definitely a challenging course, but
Nice.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, B-Love, what about you? I think you said that you went to a golf course that was your favorite one down in Las Vegas?
Oh, I went to one in Vegas. It was called Valley High, kind of like a Hawaiian themed one.
Yeah.
Water sprinklers sprinkling all over and palm trees, and it was pretty nice. But one that stands out is me and my wife went to Utah this past June, and I kind of snuck off to the next town over, and this one that was called the Hideaway or the Hideout or something like that. And I went and golfed that one by myself, and that one was bad.
Really?
Yeah. I actually played one-man scramble where you hit 2 balls, play your best ball. I probably lost about 12 balls, but that was just to try to better my first shot.
Yeah.
I was at the end of everything, I was 4 over after 18, which was pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
I was kind of liking it for myself. But I mean, I was hitting the ball twice if I had to.
Yeah.
I was hitting my best shots with range balls that I had find. So I pulled your move, go dig a bunch of range balls out there.
Yeah, you got it. You got to.
Yeah, because you don't know that course. You don't know where they're going. So if you're hitting them and you're losing them, at least they're not your good ones, you know. So
Heck yeah,
crazy.
and I think I'd shared this before, but my favorite course that I golfed at, because I don't think I golfed too much away from this area here, but the Sioux City Country Club.
Oh, yeah.
That's always one of my favorites, you know, especially because there's 2 snack shops out there that you don't have to pay for when you go out there.
That's when Vegas used to do the thing. It's not like that no more. You dang guys messed that up for everybody.
There were guys walking out there with 12 packs of beer and
7 packs of cigarettes.
carton of cigarettes and whole shish kebab going on.
Stogies.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So anyway,
Keep it lit.
but yeah, that was the top courses. I need to try to get to at least one of those courses. I want to try to send Rakeem down to the Santa Ana one next summer with y'all. So
Oh yeah,
check that one out.
he's a good golfer.
Yeah, he's
Worked with him this summer.
He's consistent. And he loves it too. And he's one of those guys where, I mean, he'll get mad, but he's not gonna like throw stuff around.
No.
He'll just want to grab another ball so he can try to fix it, you know. So, and that's good too.
With him, you gotta get size him up. His clubs, he's kind of shorter, so I mean those big tall clubs.
Bro, he's just as tall as me now.
Well, that's not saying nothing. You're a little hobby.
I'm 5 foot. I'm 5'9.5". Pure muscle.
You're shrinking then. 5'11" in high school.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the next question. Then Kelsey's best scores.
Oh, okay.
What was your highest score or your lowest score? I should say your best score this season.
This season. So, the last day of our conference meet, I PR'd with an 84.
At 84?
Mm-hmm.
84 is good.
Yep.
No,
And my
84 is
PR
good.
before that was like a 88.
88.
So 4 strokes.
So right now, your best score you got right now is 84.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, I got a quick question.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, we asked you this last time.
Mm-hmm.
You beat your brother yet? I mean, is your brother beat? Remember, you said he was better than you. Are you better than him now, or what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That girl.
He's not locked in.
There you go.
Well, see, he goes to school at Haskell, so there's probably other things on his mind down there.
Oh
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that pizza shuttle and.
Yeah, pizza shuttle and and the rec center.
What about your old man? Can you slap your old man around?
Oh man, everybody in this room can slap him around.
You, these guys got you. Man.
He tries to keep up.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. Hey, I golfed with you this summer a couple times, and he kind of pulled a couple shots out of his. You know
Yeah.
what? Sometimes, and I'm like, hey, there you go, huge.
I
Yeah.
also seen him borrow Daga Dugan's foot wedge too. There, I've seen Huge doing that too. You ain't slick, Huge.
Oh man. All right, next question. What was Kelsey's best shot? What was your best shot this year?
I was trying to think about that earlier. I don't know.
No aces
How
yet?
about your best
No.
hole? Like the Eagles, sick bird.
I haven't got an eagle yet in like a tournament, or at all actually, but we've gotten a few birdies here and there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't.
So many.
I felt like the season was so long ago.
I know, right? I golfed at Wakefield one time. Last hole, the ninth hole. It was facing the clubhouse, obviously, but the sun was going down and it was right in my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about like I couldn't see anything. I had to like look down. I had to actually walk off to the side a little bit to see where my line was to get to the hole. But I was probably about, I don't know, maybe about 30, 40 feet off the green. And I was just trying to do a chip shot. Anyway, Rakeem was my only witness. Bro, I chipped that one. I got a good chip, and then after I chipped it, I kind of ran off to the side to go see just where it would go. Bro, I dropped it.
Really?
I dropped it. And my only witness had his head down eating a hot dog. I was like, hey, yeah. Oh, he didn't even see it. Now I can't even get excited about it because nobody saw it.
Yeah,
But,
we'll just take your word for
Yeah,
it, I
thank
guess.
you very much. All right, so your second season right at Purdue's done, or is that your third?
This was my third because
Your
we
third?
do 2 seasons.
Oh, that's
one
right,
in the
that's
fall,
right,
one
that's
in
right.
the spring.
But your second year.
Yep, second year.
Okay, so I see that or I remember you was helping with the coaching here in Winnebago with the youth, and I hope that you come do that again. I hope you get to get that job back at the Boys and Girls Club, because I believe that we have a lot more interested golfers that they're going to take advantage of the Boys and Girls Club program.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you could make sure and come back for these little guys, because one of the things I always like to say to the college kids once they leave from high school and move on to the next level in sports is, I used to say this to my nephew David too, is like, never forget where you came, and then remember when you was a little kid and you really maybe looked up to somebody that helped you out or something like that, and think about that feeling you had for that older person, that coach. That's how those little guys are thinking about you. So when you show up for them, and just give back. That's what I would say. When you're done doing what you're doing, then just come back and give back to the kids, because it's your turn to give back. So just make sure and do that. And so I guess the next thing is like, what's in the future for Kelsey? I know that you're going to be finishing off school, but what do you plan on doing after that? Because we try to follow you on Facebook all the time. There's always pictures of you, and your parents always post pictures of you. So I know that you're planning on doing something after college.
Well, that's what I've been trying to figure out, because I'm not sure yet.
Did your major?
Business management.
Business
you go into
management?
business management and can use it.
Yeah,
anything,
you can use it anything and anywhere, and then
Yeah.
especially like if you're going to end up coming back here, of course, HCI is like one of the.
Yep, I'm
one
an
of the
ambassador
hugest-
at HCI right now, so a collegiate ambassador.
A collegiate ambassador. That means you already have your foot in the door, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. So just keep on going, man. Keep those. And then how about your GPA? Is that something we want to talk about?
No.
Oh, my bad.
It's not too bad, but not the best. But
no, but you just keep on doing what you're doing. Just kick butt down there. Represent yourself. Represent yourself first. Represent yourself first, and everybody's gonna be watching you. And then all the rest of us, you can worry about represent us as you're doing it. So, I think it's a good job you're doing down there, and just keep it up. Just keep it up.
yep, big thank you to you guys for the support. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. And then, do you want to give any shout outs to?
Let me ask her something.
Oh, go ahead. Go ask me.
How you like that Sim 2? Does it fly straight for you? Far?
Oh yeah, it
Really?
is.
Your favorite
Yep.
one? You ever try any Callaway brands?
Yeah, I use for my wedges. I like Callaway. Callaway Jaws.
Oh yeah,
I have a couple of those. So
Nice. There's it's called a Paradigm that came out last year,
Yeah.
or something like that. I didn't get to swing that one yet, but I've been hearing good things about it.
I know I've heard good things about that too.
So that's good.
Yeah, my bag's mostly tailor made though.
That's good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
You ever swing that style too? Hit that one?
I think I tried it a couple times,
You
but
care for it?
no, not
You
really.
good? Yeah, you don't want to change stuff up. You
I
look
know
pretty
once
comfortable
you get your one down, man, and
Mm-hmm.
stick with it. Stick with
Good.
it. All right. Yeah, well, you know what, Kelsey? I want to say. Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to give any shout outs before we end the session with you here?
Shout out to Charlie Earth. She said she'd tune in.
Oh, there you go. All right, shout out Charlie. All right, well, Kelsey, I want to say thank you for joining us and actually sharing a little bit of your season with us and answering the questions that we got. Sometimes you young guys are kind of getting nervous when you're up here, but you look pretty comfortable like you've been here before. So say thank you to you, and just make sure. I think you already signed the Wall of Fame outside, and then we're gonna go ahead and get Precious up here now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Yeah, shout out to Eugene Brook for raising themselves a fine young lady here, and also a really good golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got coming to the mic.
Coming to the stage.
Coming to the mic, Precious Decora. She is your reigning L&I heavyweight champion in wrestling. So last week, the Winnebago wrestling team traveled all the way up to Rapid City, and they had a huge wrestling tournament up there. I believe there were 13 or 15 teams involved, and a number of wrestlers. And Winnebago sent everybody up there, and Winnebago showed out. So first, we're just going to talk about this young man real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and get into Precious. But the big dog, Jared Doxey, he went 3-0 up there in Rapid City and walked away with the 285-pound champion.
285. Docs ain't no 285, but that's the weight division he was in.
That's what it says. Does he weigh 285?
No way.
Oh, okay. So, well, it's the heavyweights, the big dogs,
Wow.
the big dogs. And yeah, you know, we had who were we talking to the other day? Oh, we had Caden Kennedy on here, and he said that he had to, when he went out for wrestling a couple years back, that he had to wrestle Docs when he was a freshman, and he said that boy is too strong. But look at him, look at the size of that dude. He's getting to be like his dad.
Yeah, dad's a big boy.
But anyway, I want to say congratulations to Jared. He wanted to be on the show today, along with Precious.
All-American Jared.
All-American Jared. He wanted to be on a show, but he had some things going on tonight. So, but I do want to say congratulations on behalf of the Big Voice Sports Talk Show to Big Docs for his championship. And then I want to say congratulations to this young lady right here with us, Precious Decora. Can you say hi to the viewers?
So,
What's up? So, I know that your mom told you what I wanted to kind of talk to you about. We want to talk to you about your experience up at LNI. All right? I mean, you know, a lot of people give interviews and they ask certain questions and they want to get a yes or a no, or you know, like distinct descriptive answer or something like that. But we just want you to tell us your story. So, is this your first time going to LNI, or have you gone last year too?
for my freshman year.
From your freshman year? Okay, so tell us a little bit about your journey at LNI and how you came out of town.
Like how? What do you mean?
Like your first few years. How did you face, or how did you stand your first couple of years? Did you get a place?
Freshman year, yeah, I got first.
You got first? What about?
And then sophomore year, we didn't go.
Okay.
Then I got first this year.
Okay, so really you're kind of like a defending champ, winning back to back since you guys didn't go last year, right? That's what I would say. So,
Did they have the tournament last year, or you guys just, when Bago just didn't go?
It was weather.
Bago didn't go.
It
Oh.
was weather.
it was the weather. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a big storm. There was a big storm, yeah. But the schools from around here all went to play basketball. Shit, we should have hopped in their bus. But so the tournament itself, I see that you went 3-0, or was it 4-0?
Like I said, 4 on her.
I only
4-0.
wrestled 3 though.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So when you got to that championship round, that the lady was, or the young lady was hurt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's some pictures up there, ladies and gentlemen, right now that DJ Bethany's showing of.
She's just
of Preston.
laughing
She's
at her
laughing at her pictures. I know, but she's there holding. Is that your championship jacket?
Yeah.
She's holding her championship jacket right there. Looks pretty awesome right there.
Did you wrestle this winter? Is that why she's? Nobody can see that. So
But,
if you're on low.
But yeah, so how was your 3 matches though? Maybe tell me a little bit about your matches that you had. Do you have a tough one? Because I actually watched like a couple of the first ones, and you and Hans, like you guys were. It seemed like you guys were football players, like knocking those girls down. It's like they didn't have no chance. Like you guys so aggressive. But tell me about like your toughest match that you had up there in LNI.
I think it was my third one.
Yeah.
She was just like, she had like strong upper body.
Where was she from?
I don't know.
You don't even know.
Don't matter.
It didn't
Nope.
matter. She said.
Girl.
So how did you beat her? Tell me like how the couple things that right before the match was over, how you beat her. Did you pin her? All right, tell us
Of
about
course.
that. Tell us about that real quick.
I don't know how I got the takedown. Just got her down, and then I turned her. It's kind of hard though. Like I said, upper body strength.
Back that one picture up.
Yeah, I like during
That's the girl that you should have wrestled in the. Oh,
Yeah.
that was her. Oh, okay. And then this is the one that you're talking about.
No,
No.
I didn't wrestle her.
Oh, okay. I just been curious.
Yep. So one thing that I want to like just kind of back up a little bit. I remember during cross country season, I got to see you and Hans and Ivani. You guys were actually running with the cross country team. That right there was huge, you know, because I don't know if that's what you guys are supposed to do, or if the coaches just encourage it, or what, or if that's part of practice. But that was huge because I was watching the Spotlight Wrestling at the school the other night, and some of those, I don't know how they don't get tired and just give up. I mean, B-Love, back in the day when me and you used to wrestle, like, I could wrestle you good for a little while, but man, just like having to try to hold your strength and, you know, try to breathe and everything like that. I mean, man, I'd only last probably about a minute or two, then I'd be done for. So I can't imagine these guys out here wrestling, you know, people that actually train for it and lift weights and do all that kind of stuff for it too. So
back when we used to wrestle when we were young, it wasn't like on the mat or anything. It'd always be at home or something. Then it would always end with Quince picking up a hammer and chasing me around, or shovel or something like that. So
he was scared of me too, running around, running from me. Yeah, so like you guys have a pretty lengthy season. I just see like almost every week you guys have like maybe about 2, maybe 3 meets. Like you guys just now wrestled again this past Monday. How'd that go?
The first couple matches were pretty good. Had to wrestle my teammate Ricarda.
Oh, did you?
Almost lost to her, but I won.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then my finals match, it didn't go how I wanted it to, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Make a comeback on the 29th.
So the finals match, so you got second place, right? That the girl that you wrestled, do you think you're gonna see her again at some point? Or yeah?
29th.
Her?
At the bagel meet, yeah.
Oh, okay. Redemption time.
we're in the 29th. Okay, we'll have to come sneak up to the school and watch that.
Definitely too. Hey, I just want to let you know that my daughter, she's out. I'm gonna talk about the scouts too, but she's out for wrestling for the scouts, and she wants to come watch you guys wrestle. And the Spotlight one, she like loved that one, and so she wants to come watch you girls wrestle. So you guys, just like I was telling Kelsey earlier, just make sure that, you know, you guys are representing yourselves really good, because, you know, like young ones like my daughter and a lot of girls that age, you know, they're kind of scared. They got stage fright to get in, to get out in front of people, whether it be singing at the Christmas concert or even just playing basketball or volleyball or something like that. You know, you get some girls out there and they're really shy. But then when they see you guys out there just going in town and slamming people around, I mean, they get more like encouragement to, you know, kind of get their bravery up, you know. Mm-hmm. And it gives them opportunity and gives them a chance to get out there and not be afraid. So yeah, so just know that you girls are really doing some good work for those younger girls that are coming up too. So especially when they see you guys collecting these medals, and you know, I'm sure that by the time your guys' time is done, you guys are gonna have your names up on the wall back there in the hallway,
record books.
Yeah, and just keep on going, man. Just keep on going. I know that the coaching staff, I know that they love doing what they're doing. You could tell that they're passionate about trying to get you guys to be the best you can be. And man, I gotta take my hat off to Coach Travner, because he's like really involved with Winnebago wrestling. Mm-hmm. I think once he started once Winnebago started wrestling and he got Zagurski in there and right off the bat made him into a monster, I think he caught that bug back then. Yep. And then ever since then he's just been trying to get
Prosper.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah, he's just trying to get all the kids that he could involved with wrestling, because that's probably like a wrestling coach's dream, is to have just a huge team, you know, have a whole bunch of people.
And then I brought up when he was up here with him and Adam. I don't even know who was down there. Maybe it was when this one, little Trev was down there. She went in. Might have even been before that, but when they'd win, you see him on all the videos, man, just jumping around and high fiving, and him and Adam looked like they're ready to get a kiss. Remember I said that to him up here too, and we'll start laughing. But yeah, you can tell he's really, you know, passionate about it. Yeah. He likes when these kids do good. That's cool.
Hey, I got a question. How about Zariah? What is her role with the team? I see her in some of your pictures.
She's a coach.
She's one of the coaches?
Yeah, she's the best coach out there.
Really? Oh, well, hey, man. I never even heard that yet. Like, Chandler never even told me that she was on a staff. But what better coach?
That's what I was gonna say. Did she? Because I remember Chandler didn't a couple of times. Didn't he get his little tights on and get in and wrestle some of you guys? Because I'll say just they should suit. Zariah should suit up and show them a few of her little moves. But I know it's just these girls are bigger.
Yeah.
And then, but she was big.
Yeah, and she got a couple years under her belt at the next level too. So there's probably a lot that she learned outside of Winnebago wrestling that she can bring back to the girls. That bring back
cool.
to the team. Oh well, man, I definitely got to give a shout out to Zariah then for doing exactly what we said about Kelsey. Go out, get that experience, get some schooling, and come back and help these kids
This is
out.
her, Zariah.
Yeah.
You're bigger than she is. Did you wrestle her before?
Yeah.
Did you get her? You got her?
Couple times.
Rematch. I want to see this one coming into practice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Shout out to Zariah for coming back and giving back to the community. Well, hey, this is about the time where I'm gonna let you, if you want, give some shout outs. I mean, I know that Kelsey gave a shout out to Charlie, and usually we just give shout outs to like the coaches and stuff like that. But I know there's some people that got you where you are today.
I guess my mom, Dulcie.
You guess?
I suppose.
I suppose my mom. That's good.
We always give opportunities for the athletes and the student athletes on here to give some shout outs because we know that we when I say we as student athletes past that we had a lot of help coming up and getting where we're at. So myself personally, like I always try to give personal shout outs to my parents for doing what are you guys doing for doing all they did for me coming up and then just kind of making me into the guy that I am today. My dad used to be a basketball coach and a baseball coach, and he used to coach us guys and all kind of stuff. I just kind of caught on with that, and so my pops got to give him a shout out too because he's the guy for me. So
yeah.
But I do want to say thank you for coming in here and sharing your experience at LNI, and I really hope that next year that you become the back-to-back champion up there. And I actually, going up there and not actually placing anything lower than first place, you might have a target on your back next year. Usually that's what happens when, who do I got to wrestle? Oh, that girl, she won championship last couple of years. Then you got a target on your back, and people are going to be coming after you. So just make sure, especially before LNI, man, just work out really hard.
I was going to say, to hear it from someone else besides your coaches and your folks and stuff, if you want, repeat and do your thing and be even better, lift weights. Lift weights and be serious about it. Lift weights and get going and get that strength up, stamina.
Do the coaches got you guys on some weight program up there yet? Waterman?
In the morning.
Waterman?
No, Adam James.
Adam? Yeah, stick with it, man. Stick with it, because almost every athlete that I've ever talked to and asked the same question, if you can go back to high school and do it over again, what would you change? If there was one thing you can change, what would you change? You would think that it would say something else, like maybe do my schoolwork better, or I don't know, whatever else they would say. Almost, I'd say about 75 to 90% of the people said lift weights. I would have lifted weights when I was in high school.
Yeah, or stuck with it.
We're stuck with it, because we did a little bit, but we didn't stick with it the whole time, And so, but that's my advice too. And you could give that advice to your teammates and everything like that. Is let's lift weights. Let's lift weights. As a team, let's go in there and let's get some weights in. Even if it's just a quick 30-minute workout or something like that. But just try to encourage, because that's what's gonna make you stand out way above the rest.
Yeah.
So, upcoming wrestling events. You guys got some stuff coming up? Do you guys have anything going on during holiday? What you got going on?
29th.
Oh, 29th. Sorry.
All right, slap punch.
I know. Buff looked at me kind of crazy too. Well, I'm trying to go down this list right here. That's why. All right. So anyway, 29th. So we're definitely going to try to tune in on the 29th and come watch y'all. And then I need to talk about the company A Scouts, the youth wrestling team. I know that Coach Tramner, Coach Trev, Coach Zagurski, they're all getting the youth all ready for after the New Year's when the tournament season starts. And I believe last year they started at the Pender tournament, and I'm sure that they're going to be there again this year. So If you guys don't know anything about the company A Scouts, it's the equivalent to the youth basketball or Pee Wee basketball, but for wrestling. Company A Scouts is an awesome name for them to choose for the youth group or for the youth team. So thank you, Adam Chammer, for finding that name for them. And practices are on Mondays and Wednesdays from 6 to 7, and they go hard up there, and they have a lot of the high school athletes that stick around and try to help out with the little ones too, because they kind of want them to learn some moves too as young ones. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, so about this time, B-Love is the time where we go ahead and choose our. Ooh, Buff just hit his head on that microphone. Test. Well, we choose our athlete of the week.
Okay.
And I know that we've talked about a number of athletes and today, and we got a couple athletes that were on the show. So, what about you?
Easy as that.
Easy as that.
Right here. I got my athlete of the week sitting right here.
Athlete of the week sitting right here. So Buff's athlete of the week goes to Precious Decora.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and get her a nice, beautiful, shiny medal.
Solid
there.
gold medal.
Yeah, and then my athlete of the week, I'm gonna because I was thinking about, I gotta give it to Docs. I'm sorry, but going up to LNI and representing any sport, going up to LNI and becoming the baddest native in the Midwest.
Yep.
You got to give them some props.
Exactly.
So Jared Doxey, I know you got one last season, but going up to LNI and representing, I do got to give you the athlete of the week. So this week, my athlete of the week is Jared Doxey.
Yep. Congratulations to both of you guys on going up there and representing.
Yep. And so definitely take everything you guys did this year at LNI and go back up there next year and represent again.
Yep.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we are at that point where we're going to go and log off for the evening and see you guys next week. You guys are listening to 100.9 FM KWTN, the Big Voice Radio. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, Coach Q, along right here with my big brother, B-Love is in the house.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next week.